What does it mean for the TAC, the Treatment Action Campaign?
Yes, thank you very much for the question. I think I will take from what the report was saying, that the Deputy President, as the chairperson of the South African National AIDS Council, is going to Ngcobo or somewhere in KZN. And I think this is what TAC wants. It does not want big speeches. It does not want big events of millions being spent like it did in Mpumalanga. And soon after that, nothing happened in Mpumalanga. In fact, problems still remains. And TAC, what it wants a way it does not just reflect on its successes, but also faces its challenges and engages the communities across. And it should not just end with the Deputy President, who's the chairperson of SANAC, but it should also translate to all the leaders at all levels, because what the Deputy President is doing could be done by another premier somewhere. But what about at the local? Are the mayors doing the same thing? Hopefully, yes. But what about the ward councillors? In my experience as a local activist, I never saw ward councillors doing this. So it says, as much as there is a sign of leadership at the national level, but there is still a lot that's lacking at the local level.
Now, according to the TAC, is South Africa winning the war against HIV-Aids?
Definitely. I think we should commend what we all know, that many people are now on ARVs, and this automatically says people's lives are saved and people cannot easily infect others because they are suppressing the virus. However, it does not mean, or rather, let me say, the question would be, are these people, all of them, 3 million or so of them, always on treatment every day, all the time? When they go to the clinic across all the provinces, do they always get their treatment? Because if they don't get that treatment at that particular day and time, they go back. It might make them delay coming back again, taking treatment. And between the space of them not coming back and the time that they're going to have to come back again, what if they run out of treatment? And again, the fact that there's still a poor management in terms of supply chain of medication. These things are saying they may take back the gains that we're having as TAC in terms of access to treatment. Yeah.
Your achievements as the TAC thus far.
Yes.
What does it mean?
As TAC, yeah. As TAC, we have had many progressive campaigns. Recently, we were able to win the court, being friends with it, in terms of the minors that are infected with TB for many years, since the 1950s up until now. We have been able to mobilize a number of minors as well as unions to actually come to the forefront to address the matter. A lot of issues are coming up now, and the issues of mines are being addressed, but also the issue of prison. As much as the minister is now talking about it, but previously the issue of prisoners not being attended to was not being addressed. But recently the minister is now having a focus. I think that is part of what TAC contributed, and the fact that we're having this kind of treatment rollout that is bigger across Africa.
Your work is very important,
yes.
And but the way forward now for the TAC, especially in this challenging times, because we believe that at one stage the TAC was bankrupt.
Yes, yeah. Recently, the General Secretary Anela Yawa of TAC sent a communication to all TAC provinces and leadership to say they are working on the TAC's 3-year strategic plan, which is going to also consult with the provinces that are going to also put in things, but also continuing to mobilize resources to ensure that TAC remains vigilant.
Today is World AIDS Day. What
Yes.
have you got that you are doing towards this day?
Yes. For example, let me speak about Gauteng. Our comrades, for example, in KZN, as one of them was raising issues on the ground, they are there to ensure that whatever happens in Durban, they raise issues and the voice from the ground. But also as TAC in Gauteng, we are going to different areas across the province to raise concerns about different clinics or hospitals. And we're doing this so that we draw the attention of different MECs, but in this case, our health MEC in Gauteng, Retan Mahlang. Yes.
Stephen, thank you so much for joining us here in studio.
Okay, thank you very much.
Now that was the Gauteng Provincial Coordinator, Ngcobo, from the Treatment Action Campaign, joining us here, telling us what they are currently doing.